Join Peak Physique today to transform your body, reclaim your confidence, and unleash the best version of yourself once and for all. Link in the description. How to start losing weight. Now, this sounds like I'm gonna just give you with all the advice that everyone else gives you. Go into a caloric deficit, train consistently, yada 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 yada. And that's all important. I'm not here to say that it isn't, but I'm here to offer you a piece of advice that you might not think is important, but it's pretty much the foundation to not only losing weight, but keeping it off. And here's a picture of me before when I was fat as fuck. Some of you might say that I still had a little bit of muscle, but it doesn't matter because I was still fucking fat. And the constraint wasn't just my diet. I know I put it isn't. It obviously, my diet wasn't helping. I wasn't eating too good. My routine was all right. It didn't have anything to do with any supplement. All right, my diet was pretty trash. But the real constraint was me. And in this case, you. You're the constraint. You. You watching. If you're fat, of course. Now, if you're not fat, if you're ripped and you're watching this, thank you for the view, but you got to leave this to the people who are actually struggling losing weight. Otherwise, you're going to mess up my metrics, bro. But seriously, the problem is that, oh my gosh, this is a genuine reaction. I don't know if it's because this picture is low quality, but I look fucking terrible in this picture. Holy shit. Like, no, I don't even mean my physique. My physique still wasn't great. But, oh my gosh, what the fuck? Okay, the problem with this guy, like, popping me aside or bloating, whatever the fuck was going on my face, he didn't think this is possible. He didn't think this was possible. He didn't think it was possible to get into good shape. He thought that this was where he was doomed forever. And it's why you use words like try. Like, I'll try to lose weight. I'll try to get into better shape. You say try because you know you can't do it. You know you can't do it. At least this version of you can't do it. Because it's possible. It's just that your current belief is that you can't do it. And here's the sick thing. Even if somehow, let's just say losing weight was like the lottery. And one day you miraculously woke up 10 pounds lighter. You would find a way to gain all the way back. Not even intentionally. You would just find some way, somehow, some way, you would end up exactly where you once were. Sometimes even worse. I've heard plenty of stories of people who lost a good amount of weight, but not only did they gain it all back, they gained even more on top of it. And the truth is that you will only go as far as your self-image will let you. All right. And this guy saw himself as a fat fuck. Therefore, he couldn't really escape being a fat fuck. Even if he were to lose a couple of pounds, it would just come right back. And as for why, the truth is that this could be really deep. It could go all the way back to when you were like a little boy. It could go back to high school if you were bullied in high school or traumatized in high school, right? It always goes back to some trauma. And excuse me, I had to crack my neck. I've been filming videos for hours now. We could discuss this, as I just said, for hours on end. The truth is that it doesn't. What matters is that you become aware, that you just realize that this is the reason why you haven't made any progress. Because there's a limiting belief in who you are and your identity to where it doesn't allow you to go beyond that. And now that we know, and we don't have to sit and think, well, like, why exactly? All we have to do now is upgrade your self-image and take action to confirm your new self-image. Now, I wasn't fat here, but look at this guy, bro. Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I won't lie, I had to crop him out because his face for whatever reason got edited to be like way longer than usual, but I was standing right here next to my boy Quali. I don't think he'd be watching this, but if he were to watch this, bro, I hope all is well. Miss you, bro. You were fucking hilarious. This class was hilarious, and you were a big reason as to why. So yeah, just a heartfelt message from Andres, bro. Hope all is well, man. Miss you, bro. But back to the video topic at hand, upgrade your self-image and just take action to confirm it. All right. And this is what I mean. You are an athlete. You need to put it in your mind. Put it in your mind. Don't just wait for it to happen. Don't wait for someone else to tell you. Put it in your mind. Pretend that this is the belief, right? And put it in your mind. I'm not actually going to do it because I don't want to stab myself. You are an athlete. Tell yourself, repeat it to yourself, write it down and read it out loud if you have to. But you need to put in your mind the belief that you are an athlete. Because an athlete works out consistently, eats clean, and he rests and recovers. And that's exactly what you want in order to get into the best shape of your life. Work out, eat clean, rest and recover. And then obviously, be in a deficit. But you already know that. Most of you know that you need to eat less. You want the habits of an athlete. With a new identity comes the new habits that we just listed off, new priorities. All right. When you shift your perspective to being an athlete, and you don't have to be in tip-top shape, all right? Because most of you are already on. I wasn't in tip-top shape when I told myself I was an athlete. The main part of being an athlete is just training consistently. It's just adopting the habits of an athlete, not adopting the way that they look, at least not immediately. It'll come over time. What you need to do right now is adopt the habits. You need to adopt the habits. And obviously, you're bound to miss some days because this will be a drastic change. You're going from a loser to an athlete. And trust me, it can happen because that was exactly how I lost all the weight that you saw from all the way over here and here as well. I really don't know what the fuck happened. I don't think it's the picture that got distorted. I think that's genuinely how my face looked, which is fucking crazy to look at. That's how I got all the way from here. Again, here to here and to here. Are you bound to miss some days? Are you bound to fall off the wagon? Yes. Not everyone is imperfect. I don't think I missed a day at the gym, but there were days where I ate some things I shouldn't have ate. There were days where I did things I shouldn't have done. Regardless, what matters is that you remain consistent overall as a whole, like zoomed out. All right, we're not going to analyze every single day of the past 6 months and say, oh, you fucked up this one day. No longer an athlete. You suck balls. It's not going to happen. All right. And as for anything else, what about this or what about that? Obviously, there's important parts. Like, again, you have to be in a deficit. But chances are, if you're watching this, you already know that. You already know you're supposed to be in a deficit. I'm here to tell you something that you probably didn't think about. This is the most important part. Why do you think so many people have lost weight real quick and then ended up gaining it all back? Because you went about it the wrong way. You never changed how you viewed yourself. Even if you lost all the weight, even if you got to here, somehow, because this is fucking amazing shape, you still saw yourself like this. As a result, your mind tricked you to going right back to where you were comfortable, right back to where you saw yourself. It's sick, but it's simply the truth. And this is the most important aspect of losing weight. I am absolutely and utterly convinced. Yes, you need to eat clean, you need to eat less. But if you don't change the way you view yourself, if you don't change your mental image, it'll all be for nothing. You will lose weight if you go about the tactics. But if you don't do anything about that mind, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, guys, change your identity. And I promise you, losing weight won't necessarily be easier, but it'll be much simpler. And you're more guaranteed, you're much more likely to keep that weight off. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.